All right. Uh, there is one problem, uh, and of course, it has been my problem also. Uh, Most of the people struggle with this. Uh, that they say that they are able to understand English up to some good extent. I mean, normal day-to-day English and stuff. So they are able to understand if somebody asks something or if somebody says something in English, they understand it, but they can't speak it, right? They can't respond them, they can't uh, say anything back to the other person in English. They cannot speak it basically. uh, so the biggest reason, in my opinion, in my observation and in my understanding, because I was also a guy who was not able to speak in English. Of course, I also understood some amount of English. I was about to say English. I was also about to understand some amount of English, especially the normal English that we generally are asked in the interviews and stuff. Where somebody asks something, and most of the times people generally get stuck during interviews only. Be it mostly the job interviews. I'm saying this on the basis of my personal experience. Right. So they can't answer because they can't speak in English. So either they want to give them the answers in their own language only, which generally is Hindi, or they struggle heavily with English. So the biggest problem, and this is the only problem. Trust me, this is the only problem, that people are able to understand English, but they are not able to speak it, is because they have not practiced speaking English. This is the only problem. I'm not going to talk about reading or listening or writing here, because you are able to understand English. You are able to understand what the other person is saying. You're just not able to respond to what is said or what is asked, right, in English language. The only reason is because you have not practiced speaking English much in your life. That is the only problem. Trust me. I was also in a lot of confusions, when my spoken English was absolutely pathetic, and I always used to wonder that why in the hell, how people are able to speak very good English, and here is me who is not even able to frame even one sentence properly, confidently in front of anybody. That was the kind of thing that used to run in my head, and somehow, I don't exactly remember from where, but I got to realize, I got to know, of course from somewhere else. I'm not saying this is my own creativity or something. No, of course, whatever we learn is from outside world only. So I got to know, I don't know from where. I'm repeating it one more time, that in order to become a speaker of a language, you will have to start speaking the language instead of doing other things, which definitely contributes, which definitely are the factors, like I talked about, the listening, reading, and writing thing. But the most important thing, in order to become a speaker, is speaking. What we guys don't do is speaking. So I highly suggest you guys to start speaking, because I have seen massive results in my spoken English only when I started to practice speaking English. Honestly saying this, you should make a habit of speaking for at least, if you don't speak at all, I think speaking for even 2 minutes or 3 minutes on a daily basis, consistently, trust me, consistently, uh, will change the game on a significant level for you. This is the easiest thing and the most basic thing that I'm suggesting, and this is something that has shown results or given results to me. I'm not saying this after reading some book, or after just listening from somewhere, or stuff like that, or reading from somewhere. No, it is directly coming from my own experience, and of course the scientific backup is there. Like I said, it's not my creativity. This is how things work. This is how our biology works. This is how we learn to speak any language. To speak any language, you just have to start speaking English language. And of course it is applicable to all other languages also. If you're trying to learn any other language, you will have to start speaking it, so that whenever time comes that you have to speak, any particular language, if you want to say any particular thing in your language, or whatever your target language is, here I'm talking about English, so you'll be able to speak it out, because your mouth and your brain will then be having a coordination, right? Then you'll be able to speak, because you have practiced speaking. Your mouth is now habitual of speaking that particular language. And how will it become habitual? Only when you start to speak, only when you start to practice speaking this language. I think at least 2 to 3 minutes each and every single day, every day you have to do. If you do it every single day, I think you are going to see some significant results. I'm not saying you will become a fluent speaker or someone, no, it's not going to happen in a matter of a month or two, but in a matter of a month, you will see a drastic change in your spoken English. Trust me on that. Again, it is coming from my personal experience. This is how people learn, actually. This is how people start to speak any language. You just have to start speaking. What should you speak about? You can speak about any damn thing, whatever interests you. Try to make sure that the topics of each and every single day is a bit different from the previous one. Let's say, for an example, today you're talking about, let's say, cricket. So tomorrow you can talk about maybe Bollywood. The next day you may be talking about any of your favorite actors, whoever is your favorite actor, right? If it's Akshay Kumar, if it's Shah Rukh Khan, if it's Salman Khan, and not just favorite actor. If you want to, let's say, give some constructive criticism to any actor or to any movie or any damn thing, the topic can be any damn thing. There is no scarcity of topics in this world. Topics are no way less in our world, right? You can give me one topic, and I can give you maybe hundreds of subtopics related to that particular thing. So those subtopics are also topics, right? Like we talked about Bollywood, right? It's films. And in a film production, thousands of things go in a film production, from location to lightman to people to their professions, to how they started, how the profession originated, actor, his family, from where he belongs, what has he studied, and the level of things are there. Cricket, the fields of cricket, where the game of cricket is played, the players and how they started playing the game, how this sport originated. You can talk about guitar, you can talk about book, you can talk about laptop, you can talk about books. In book also, you can talk about a particular book, you can talk about the author of this book, you can talk about a particular line, or any of your favorite line from that book. You can talk about a particular chapter of that book, you can talk about particular word from that book. Any damn thing. You can talk about this light, you can talk about this laptop, you can talk about this mic, you can talk about this mobile, you can talk about tripod, any damn thing. It's just you can simply go to Chat GPT. Let me give you an idea. You can go to Chat GPT and you can ask Chat GPT, hey Chat GPT, please give me 100 topics for the next 100 days, and I'll be talking about uh, one topic each day. Even better, what you can do is you can tell a few of your interests to Chat GPT. No matter how many interests are there, if it's one interest, if it's 10 interests or 50 interests or whatever the number is, and you can simply ask Chat GPT to give 50 to 100, whatever number you pick, 50 to 100 topics related to that particular interest or interests, whatever number of amount of interest you are putting there. And ChatGPT will give you 50 to 100 or even 1,000 topics related to your interests. Trust me on that. And it means what? If you have got 1,000 topics, it simply means if you use one topic each and every single day, you can talk for 1,000 days, 1,000 days, one topic every single day. So there is no scarcity of topics in this world. I just have to be a bit open minded, and you can talk about any damn thing. You can pick up any damn thing, because you just have to talk about 2 minutes. And again, let me mention that the topics should be of your interest, so that you will not be feeling bored, or you will not be feeling like your work like an obligation or something. Like, I'm talking about something that kind of interests me, that kind of is related to my experience, right? So that's why I'm speaking like this. And that's why how I'm almost 10 minutes into this video, and I didn't feel like I'm speaking since last 10 minutes, right? So this is how and I'm also in the learning phase only, right? It's not that I have achieved a very big level of something. Yes, I feel, I believe that now I can at least speak this language. Now my level is better than how I used to be. But still, even I also have a long way to go. It's just that I'm also in a learning process, and my current level is also kind of beginner to intermediate, I can say. This is how things work, right? You also have to just practice each and every single day in order to become a speaker. Let me repeat, in order to become a speaker, you just have to start speaking. 2 minutes a day, it's pretty good to go. I think in a month you will be speaking much better English, to be very honest. And after that, you can increase this duration by, from 2 minutes to, you can convert it to 5 minutes. You can start speaking for at least 5 minutes, because this is the deliberate practice that you have to do. Because you might not be getting any chances of speaking in this language, you might not be getting any chances, right? Where you can speak in English with anybody around you, right? If you have any sort of buddies like these, who can have a conversation with you in English, that's good, that's great. uh, uh, I have given one suggestion earlier also, and even I also got to know this suggestion from somewhere. I've given this suggestion earlier also, and I also try to apply this almost every single time. That whenever you talk to the customer care executives, be it an incoming call or an outgoing call, means be it the customer service people calling you, or you are calling the customer service people from your side, you just have to speak in English. You just have to speak in English. If they are not comfortable, they will connect you with someone who can speak in English, right? Just speak in English, pretend that you understand English only. You understand English only, and you can speak English only. You don't understand your own language. You just have to pretend it in your own mind, in your own mind, in your own head. And one very good thing about this calling thing is, even if you speak bad English, even if your grammar is not at all good. Firstly, grammar is never good of anybody. Everybody makes grammar mistakes, even the native speakers. If you consider their English language, if you try to find out the grammatical mistakes, you will find many grammatical mistakes even in the native speakers, right? While they're speaking English, it doesn't matter, right? So yeah, the main thing is that you just yeah. So the customer service people are not going to find out mistakes, or they are not going to taunt you or mock you or roast you for your English, whatever English level you have, right? They will try their best as hard as possible to try to understand you, right, of what you speak. And that is the main thing, right? They're not going to judge you, and you can speak freely, even if you're making mistakes, even if you're taking time, even if you're using a lot of fillers or something. They cannot give a damn about it. They can definitely give a damn in their head, but not in front of you, because ultimately they have to be just respectful with you. So that's another good thing. And no matter how many chances you are getting, still I think doing this deliberate practice of spoken English will always put you at a better level only, right? There is no harm in practicing something good, even if you do it a bit more, right? So just speak as much as you can. uh, Remember this fact that you can only become a better speaker. You can become a better speaker only if you practice speaking almost on a daily basis. If you can do it daily, trust me, you're gonna see results very fast. And yes, daily practice is very important, and I'm just asking you to do practice for just 2 minutes. I think 2 minutes is something that anybody can take out, right? 2 minutes is not at all a long time. Even 5 minutes or 10 minutes is not a long time, because we end up wasting a lot of time in many useless things. Nowadays we use a lot of Instagram, we watch a lot of YouTube content, and we spend a lot of our time on some useless things, right? Which doesn't give us anything good in return, right? So instead of doing that, and uh, you know instead of doing all that shit, taking out hardly 2 to 5 percentage 2 to 5% of time from those shitty things, and giving it to something useful, something constructive, is always a great idea. And that's what I'm asking you to do, and because I also do. That's what I have been doing. I also don't have anybody in my family, or in my neighborhood, or in my friend circle, or anybody who speaks in English with me, or whom I can speak English with. It has never been the case. I have spoken English with myself as much as possible. I also try this, this call center thing where I try to speak in English with them. I try to consume English content as much as possible, and most importantly, again, I speak as much as I can, as much as I can, and this only thing has given me some fruitful results. All right, 15 minutes already in this video, and I couldn't even realize it. I also make mistakes, and I'm also getting better with time, right? So it's even the Hindi that we speak, or whatever regional language you guys have, the regional languages that you speak, and the Hindi, I can talk about Hindi. The Hindi that we speak, it is not very vyakaran rich or very shabd kosh rich, means vocabulary or anything. We don't have any of these things very hi-fi, right? We don't have any of such these things, but still we speak Hindi, and we are always confident we can speak Hindi with anybody, anytime, and in however quantity we want, right? So this is how things work. Same goes with English also. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you got something helpful, something beneficial for you. And if you definitely follow this way of speaking, 2 to 3 minutes at least per day, you're definitely going to see results. Speaking practice can only make you a good speaker. If you want to have a one-on-one conversation with me, please check out the description and the pinned comment. I have shared some links there. You can go to them, and you can accordingly book a conversation with me, where you can share whatever you want. You can have a speaking practice with me, and I also will be having a buddy to speak with. Uh, Nothing for now. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.